Welcome to another episode of The Latest with Maya. Today, I am so incredibly excited to have a conversation with actress Rosanna Arquette. To name just a few things Rosanna has been in: Desperately Seeking Susan, Pulp Fiction, Silverado, Crash, and Ray Donovan. She has also guest starred in two of my all-time favorite shows, Will and Grace and Royal Pains. Um, Most recently, she was in the Netflix miniseries Florida Man, which I loved. Thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Maya.
Yeah. So let's get started. So, who has had the biggest impact on you professionally?
Rational. Uh, Interesting. Even though we've well, I for me, Jane Fonda is because I've known her since I was really young. We became I always loved her as an actor, and then watching her work. And then when I was around 21, I was invited to her and Tom Hayden's house. And it was a political, you know, something. It was raising money for. She wanted to start a young artists, Hollywood young artists, and to get involved in activism. Now, I was
Okay.
born into an activist family, so I was already an activist in many ways, but I would say she had such an impact in my life, more than like the acting, but more for the activism. We've done when we did a road trip up to Big Sur, California with Catherine Keener, and that she was reading this book about climate change, Naomi Klein's book, and on that trip she decided to do her Fire Drill Fridays, which was her activism for the climate. And it was all, I had a house up there at the time, and which I had to sell. I'm so sad about, but climate change really affected it up there in a huge way, so I had to sell. And but in that house, she came up with the idea of Fire Drill Fridays, which helps the our planet, our environment, very, very active. And we went to Washington, D.C. I was arrested a couple times with her. I've been with her on many, many things through the years. And I would say she has the biggest impact in my life. And it really doesn't have anything to do with movies, although her and Catherine Keener did a movie called Peace, Love, and Misunderstanding. And they were shooting up there, and they said, come and visit them. So I'm in the movie, but not really in the movie, but just because I went to visit them.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, I know I of course would love to do something really, really acting job with her one day, but right now I just love her as a human being, and we're great friends. And it's not about the acting, it's just about being human on this planet and caring about our country.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. So who has had the biggest impact on you personally?
Well, she'd be one too. So I would say that she fits both those marks. The biggest, probably my mother and my daughter. Right now, more than it, like my mother's passed. She passed away. Um, my gosh, 27 years ago, a long time. And my daughter, I would say right now, I'm very inspired by her. She's also becoming an actress. She just starred in Luc Besson's Dracula, and she's off doing another movie. Um, right now she just landed somewhere. I don't know, I'm not gonna say, but it's, some movie that she wants to keep private. And she went through a hard time in her teenage years, and watching her transform herself and have this real discipline in the morning of waking up and meditating and doing her yoga and just keeping her head in a space, um, so she doesn't go into places of depression and all those things, because it's really, the world can make us feel so sad, and the things that we have to deal with in life, so I'm very inspired by her.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Right now,
Yeah.
I vote for democracy.
Mm,
It
yeah.
would be, I vote for democracy. And you guys, anybody take it, you look at what's happening in our election right now, and who is the person that is caring about democracy and caring about human beings, our planet, children, guns control, all those things, and not losing our rights as human beings, as women especially.
Yeah.
Who is the person that is standing for those things? So I vote for democracy. So
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Definitely Kamala Harris. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
So,
I like that warning label. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if it's a warning label.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like, I vote for democracy is not really a warning. It's just,
Yeah.
it's a statement. So let's say
Yeah.
warning. Uh, I would say, keep your bad vibes away from me.
Oh, yeah. I like both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so what has been the biggest obstacle you've overcome?
I think I'm working still. I had a, it's now 2.5 years ago, a bad, sad divorce for me. And just, picking myself up, moving across the country, uh, having to deal with many, many things that, ageism, in my business. It's a very, very hard time in the entertainment business, because of the SAG strikes, Screen Actors Guild strikes, and the way the business is changing because of the impact of AI, which is really, really, really harming artists, people who actually, and AI could be really incredible for medical, for sure. And we, our hats off to that. But when it comes to entertainment industry and artists, and doing work that is meant to be done with a person with a soul, it's really had a very negative impact on us all. And that's been hard. So I'm really just slogging through, just even, I started the conversation with telling you that there was a huge 1,000 years storm around, in the East Coast where I am, and it flooded the basement, and like, stuff happens all the time that we just have to get through. But it's just, and the insurance doesn't want to cover. It's like all these things that, it takes a toll on stress, and just
Yes.
like, and learning how to get through stress in a way that is not like, because I found myself like bursting into tears a lot, like, this is too much, and then,
Yeah.
but being able to ground and meditate every day, and try to do some kind of centering and mindfulness, and staying out of feeling sorry for myself, which I have a tendency to do, and I have a lot to be grateful for, and stay in gratitude. So I'm really, really aware of how I can go backwards. And I think into like a negative spin,
Yeah.
The warning sign should be for myself too.
Yeah.
Keep your bad vibes away. Like if I have the negativity, and it really is energetic, and people, say that it's like, oh, think positive and positive, but it's an energy. It's an energy that really does work,
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
I have a cat.
Yeah.
He's usually here. He's such a little life force. I feel like he's like a little spiritual angel cat, you know? And so when I'm sad, like, he'll go on my chest and just purr, and I feel like his purrs are very healing. Um, so little things like, I love playing records. I have I have record players. I love to play records. I like to collect records. I just love the sound, like the real putting them on and listening to records, little things like that. I love flowers. I love putting flowers in vases. I do love to cook, and I've been cooking a lot. So like, I like I like to I'm not a chef, but I just for some reason know how to put stuff together and it tastes good, yummy.
Yeah.
I did a cook. I just did Chris Sarandon's cooking show, and he asked me, and we talked about that last week. So funny.
Wow, I love that. Yeah. Yeah, so what is your favorite way to procrastinate?
Oh dear. Favorite way to procrastinate? Okay, let's
Yeah.
just now. I procrastinate a lot about exercising, and it's terrible because I used to exercise all the time, and I was very disciplined. So I'm really having. I did this morning. I have to get myself like I'm gonna walk. I'm walking no matter what tomorrow. I'm walking no matter what, and then I find myself, cleaning a closet out or doing, and just doing everything to avoid that walk. And it's like we need to walk for our
Yeah.
brains, for our energy. It's really important for us.
Yeah.
And I more than ever, as I'm getting older, you're really supposed to walk. So I didn't this morning, and I was okay. When I'm hanging up this, when I'm done with this conversation, I'm gonna go for a little walk, even if it's like a half an hour. Just move.
Yeah.
I did stretch. I did a little Pilates, but I don't. But I need to get my heart moving.
Yeah. So I am pop culture obsessed and go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching. Is
Okay,
there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
I'm obsessed with Bad Sisters. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but
It's
my
on
mom
Apple.
watched
It's
it.
it's my favorite show, and it's coming on. This second season is coming. I love it so much. It's just my favorite thing I've seen in years. The writing, the acting, it's just fantastic, and it's kind of twisted and dark in some places, but funny too. I love it. And pop culture. I think that would be it. I don't know if that's a pop culture thing, but
Yeah.
what are the things that you like to watch?
Oh, well, I have been wanting to watch Bad Sisters because I love everybody in it, and my mom watched it and loved it. Um, and recently, my family and I, just finished rewatching Royal Pains for like the 100th time.
Oh, wow.
Um, and, um, so that and so I've been rewatching that, and then I just watched there's a new mini series on Netflix called The Perfect Couple.
I just
Oh,
finished it last night.
so did I.
I did watch it. I did watch it. I love, well, so because, well, but Eve is in there. Eve, who's in
Yeah.
Bad Sisters. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's Bono from U2's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her. She's wonderful.
Yeah.
She's such a good actress. Yeah, so I love everything she does. So yeah, so that was, yeah, I just finished it. That was a trip.
Cool. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I loved that show. I thought it was so well done.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, what a world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other, oh, what, I don't know what's her name? It's terrible. The actress who dies in it, who drowns. Oh, I'm giving it away,
Oh,
sorry. What's her,
oh,
because she was in White Lotus, the second season of White
oh
Lotus.
yeah. Oh,
She's very good. She's very
as
talented.
yeah, as soon as you asked me that, I forgot her
I
name.
forgot her name too. It's terrible, but she's beautiful and
Yeah,
she's a really good
yeah,
actress. Nicole,
yeah,
is always great. She
yeah,
whatever she does, she's
yeah,
good. So,
yeah,
but
yeah,
um, yeah, but yes,
yeah.
I just saw that. What else? I don't really. I've been watching. I love the Criterion Channel, and the Criterion Channel is a channel that has all old movies from around the world, and great, great, great great collections of directors. It's just my favorite. So I spend a lot of time watching that. I don't watch a lot of TV, so it just happened. I like the show Slow Horses, which is Gary Oldman show. That's a good show.
Yeah. I
And
I haven't seen that one yet, but I love Gary. Oh,
yes, he's one
yeah.
incredible actor. And then
Yeah.
did you see The Swans?
I haven't.
So that was that's because my friend Diane Lane is in that, and
Oh,
she is getting nominated for, she got nominated for an Emmy, so that's neat. And Demi Moore's in a little part. There's Chloe Sevigny and of course Naomi Watts, who's always wonderful too. They're all
oh,
great.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm adding that to my list because everyone you just mentioned I love. So
It's just fun. It's just fun. And I'm just excited for
yeah.
my friend.
Yeah.
Did you watch Royal Palms? Is it Royal
Oh,
Palm?
Palm Royale.
Palm Royale, Palm
Oh,
Royale. That's sorry.
yeah.
That's Laura
Oh, it's
Dern's show.
okay.
And that's
Yeah.
fun. That's
Yeah.
that's funny. I love Kristen
Yeah.
Wiig so much.
Yeah. Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
I
I
just
haven't finished that one yet, but I started it and really like it.
yeah, Laura's a friend of mine too, and I love just to support my friends who are, doing good thing, and she's producing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I always love Kristen Wiig. She's
Yeah.
just my favorites. Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Yeah. I went, it was a few years ago. I went back and like was watching all of her um seasons on SNL.
Ah,
And that was it was so fun to watch.
she's amazing. She just gives
Yeah,
me, yeah, love her.
yeah, me too.
What's your favorite movie, Maya?
Oh, I have a few favorite movies. I love like Shazam, and that's one of my all-time favorites. And then there's a musical called The Prom that I love.
Oh, okay.
And then
Wait, is that with Meryl Streep in that?
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
is Nicole in that too?
yeah, she is.
Okay, I've got to watch that. Yeah, that's also, so if you
Yeah.
like those, then you're gonna like, you probably like, yeah, okay. I gotta see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and then the one of Reese Witherspoon's movies, it's called Home Again. That's another one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. Oh, you love Reese. Yeah, she's wonderful
Yeah,
always.
I
Did
do.
you see
Yeah.
Wild? Have you seen the movie Wild?
I haven't.
You might love that movie. Well, there's some dark stuff in it. There's actually some intense dark stuff in there. So maybe it's too much. Maybe forget that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
there's some like intense and dark things I
That's
like,
not, you
but
just, yeah.
it's uh yeah. So I will watch that stuff, but I do really like the more like comedy and
Yes, yes, yes. And you like
yeah.
musicals?
Yes, I do.
I love musicals. When
Yeah.
was a kid, I grew up just knowing them by heart. I love the original West Side Story, but the one that Steven
Mhm.
Spielberg did was really good too. Did you see
Yeah,
it?
I did.
The
Yeah.
music's so beautiful. It's just such the best music of any musical
Yeah.
ever is West Side Story. I think that's
Yeah.
just my.
Yeah.
You ever watch old musicals? Have you ever seen um uh Camelot?
I haven't seen that.
If you like musicals, I would watch
Okay.
this movie Camelot. Camelot.
Okay.
It's with Vanessa Redgrave when she was young and Richard Burton, and it's a musical called Camelot. Have you seen The Sound of Music?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Have you seen
Yeah.
Fiddler on the Roof?
I haven't seen that one.
That's a great movie too. Fiddler on the Roof
Okay.
is really, really great.
Yeah.
These are fun musicals to
Oh,
watch if you
cool.
love
Yeah.
musicals. Yeah.
Yeah. The one I've always I don't know why I haven't seen it yet, but I've always wanted to watch Singing in the Rain.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
So definitely
and
watch that.
the Yeah, and I don't know why I haven't seen it yet, so I have to go watch it.
Yeah, that's a great one to watch. Oh, you'll have so much
Yeah,
fun in that one. It's
yeah,
great. Debbie
yeah.
Reynolds, was Carrie Fisher's mom. She's fantastic in it. Donald O'Connor and Gene Kelly. It's great. You'll love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch it.
Yay.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, have you seen the movie um oh my God, I just forgot. Sorry, all my words.
I
The
get everything. So,
um Dear Evan Hansen, the movie of
oh, I haven't seen it. I never saw the
oh,
play or the movie. Do you love the
okay.
movie?
Yes, I did. Ben Platt is my favorite, so I love everything he does.
Did you ever interview him?
Not yet. I've been trying.
Why don't you send me a letter?
Okay.
Send me a letter, and I have somebody who could get it to him.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, I'll get it to him. Okay.
Oh, thank you. It has always been my dream to see him live, and he just came to Denver in July, and my
Oh,
family and I went to go see him.
yeah.
And I was just crying the entire time.
Oh, amazing. Okay. Let me see. So I'll when we turn this off, I'll give you my email and you just directly email me directly.
Oh, thank you so much. Uh, Um, so what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
A dark comedy.
Oh, I love those movies.
Yeah, that's what I would definitely be my life.
I love that.
So it's kind of tragic but funny at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, my family and I have a very kind of warped sense of humor, so I think my genre would also be dark comedy.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Um, what is something that people are always surprised to learn about you?
Um, hmm, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Maybe songs that were written, but I don't know if they're surprised because it's been in the press a long time. But sometimes, like there's a few songs that were written about me, so that are like In Your Eyes, Peter Gabriel, and the Rosanna song. So sometimes people are surprised by that.
Oh, yeah. Um, so is there someone who without fail always makes you laugh?
Griffin Dunn.
Oh, yeah.
Griffin Dunn, and my daughter are the two people that can make me laugh so hard that I could pee my pants. Yeah. But
Oh,
Griffin Dunn is he always makes me laugh. And we've known each other since we're young. Like I was in my 20s. We did a movie called about the Jews in the Warsaw Ghetto called The Wall. It was a 4-hour miniseries, and we met on an airplane on our way to Poland to make this movie, and we became great friends. And he produced a movie I did called Baby It's You, which is a movie that John Sayles directed. And he also produced After Hours. He's in a movie I did called The Big Blue. And has played my boss as a cameo. We've kind of through the years, you know, done stuff with each other. He did a movie called Men of Divorce. I think they changed it. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, I just came in and played his wife. But they cut like a lot of our scenes, which was a bummer because they just made it about the adventure of the guys in Mexico instead of what was happening at home. But it was, and he just wrote a book that's really good. Um, so yeah, him, Griffin Dunn for sure.
oh, I love that. Yeah, I love him.
Me too.
Yeah. Um, so do you have any irrational fears?
So it's very funny you say that. For some reason, I guess because the last 2.5 years have been challenging, and I've been always been fearless, but I started to go into like this fear. Like I moved to the East Coast, and there's a lot of Lyme's disease around, and I've like got a tick suit and just like afraid to get Lyme's disease because I have so many friends that lives have been debilitated by Lyme's disease. So like a little over the top with that, like even to the point where I'm not even walking outside in the grass because I'm afraid to get a tick bite. So I've done that, a little bit of that. And then I do send a lot of videos to my daughter, like, be careful of this and be careful of that, and don't smoke those, what are those vapey things, and like all these kinds of things. And like, and finally she said, Mom, I refuse to live in fear. And I was just like, it's been a mantra in my mind that I'm just going, I refuse to live in fear, because I think I started going into an irrational fear-based thoughts. From my life kind of just, changing so intensely in the last couple years.
Yeah. Yeah, I always joke with my family that I think my brain is one big irrational fear. Um, yeah, because I don't know, there's a lot of things that my mom and my sister will just like look at me and be like, okay, that is very unlikely to happen, or like that is impossible. Um,
So what are the things, like, something, tell me what, for instance, give me an example of something that is a fear that you have, and let's see if
okay.
it's, I'm curious.
Um, okay, so this is the one thing that's coming to mind that I'm a little bit embarrassed to say about is I have this like, I don't know, irrational fear of like public bathrooms.
I do
Yes.
too. I'm
Okay.
sure there's, I don't know if that's an irrational fear. I think it's like
Okay.
sometimes, I mean, I personally would love to, wait till go home but when you really
Yeah.
have to pee, you gotta pee. But
Yeah.
I definitely don't sit on a toilet. I won't. I'll learn how to squat. Don't sit on it.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, and
Yeah.
we've heard stories of, like, someone be. I understand that doesn't feel too irrational in this day and
Thank
age.
you.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't have to go in there, but like, if you're in a mall or you're with your mom, like, it's good to, have somebody know that you're going in there or something. And
Yeah.
then I say, definitely don't sit on a toilet.
Yeah. No. Yeah, there was one thing that I um last time my mom and I were in LA, and I was we were hanging out with my best friend, and we were um I think we were back at the hotel, and I went to like use the bathroom, and it was a stalled bathroom. I was afterwards, I was just like, I don't know why, but those like stalled bathrooms freak me out. And my mom was like, I think that's my fault. And I looked at her so confused. And she was like, wait, did I not tell you this story? And my friend was very curious. So she told this story, and then she looked at my face, and I think like I had this horrified look on my face. And she was like, did I not tell you this? And then afterwards, I was like, wait, no, I think you did tell me, and I just forgot. But because that in the back of my head is like my fear. So afterwards, I was like, I'm so ready to go home and not use a public bathroom.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, so
Yeah.
what was the fear? What happened?
I probably shouldn't say it on air. I'll
Oh,
tell you
okay, okay, okay,
afterwards.
okay. We won't, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
but after she told you she did that, did it feel better to you to know that, and know that, oh, I can get past that now?
No.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then there was one, like another time while we were in LA, that like the um like bathroom was like the lights were, I guess, motion censored. So
Oh,
I
right.
was like um I was in there, and the lights just turned off, and I didn't know why. I got
Oh,
so
that's
freaked
scary.
out.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, I
so,
was just like in the dark, and my brain went to like the most irrational thing, and, and the lights turned back on. I was like, okay, I'm fine. I know I'm fine, but the irrational part of my brain was like screaming at me.
I have those, I understand these thoughts. I have to tell you. My brain
Yeah.
kind of does that too.
Okay, I'm glad to know I'm not alone.
You're not.
Thank
What were
you.
you doing in LA? You like to go to Los Angeles?
Yes, I do. I have a lot of friends in LA, so I try to go at least once a year to see them all.
Do you go during award season? Do you like to go like during the
Yeah, I've always wanted to go during that time, but I usually go with like my family and I go together and we go during the summer. So,
nice?
but yeah, but
Where
I've
do you
always
stay? Where
wanted
do you
to.
like to stay? What hotels do you like?
Um, we've kind of stayed at different places, but we really like the Garland.
Where, yeah,
Um,
where's that? Is that Beverly
yeah.
Garland?
That's in, I think it's West Hollywood, I think. Um, and yeah, that place is, I think that's our favorite place.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what is the best song to describe your life right now?
It's the Beatles. Tomorrow Never Knows.
Oh, I
That's one of,
haven't.
it's a Beatles song. It's on the album Revolver, and it's called Tomorrow Never Knows.
Hmm, I love that. I haven't heard that song, so I'm gonna have to look it up. So,
You listen to the lyrics and
yeah,
play it loud. It's my
yeah,
favorite Beatles song anyway.
yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I just have one more question for you.
Okay.
So I love inspiring and motivational quotes, and this week the one that spoke to me is by Oprah Winfrey, and it says, "Think like a queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness."
Hmm.
Um, is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Well, I would just let's go to Michelle Obama. When they go up, when they go down, wait, when they go low, we go high, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I love
When
that one.
they go low, we go high.
Yeah.
And that's a good one.
Yeah. I love that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Um, that was my final question. I've had so much fun talking with you. Thank you so much for joining me.
I love talking to you too. And when you stop recording, I'll give you my email so you'll send me your letter and I'm gonna get that letter. I can't make any promises, but I have somebody who's very close with Ben and see if we can get that to happen. So maybe you can get to interview him.
Oh, thank you so much.
And yeah,
Yeah,
let's,
thank you so much.
let's see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Me too. I hope you do too, Maya. It was lovely
Thank
talking to you.
you. You
And but
too.
yeah, okay.
Thank
Let's
you.
stay on because I'll give you my email.
Yes, I will. Yeah. Um, and that's a wrap on today's edition of the latest with Maya.